Alright, so if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. Thank you for joining. Please drop a like and subscribe if you enjoy. We are about to continue Lostbelt 5.5 with Section 9, Saisatsu Hyobi, the first half. So, without further ado, let's begin. We're making good progress here. We might actually finish this today, if this doesn't have too much longer. I kind of feel like we are in the final steps of it, you know? Definitely feels like the final steps have approached. Especially since this is only a 4-arrow node. Lightning fell near the ruins of Rashomon at the southern edge of Heian-Kyo. Nobody was struck directly, but in the lightning's wake, 2 demons appeared. They were not human, but truly demonic in all but appearance, a far cry from the creatures who wandered around the night. A single step, and the nearby spirits began to writhe in agony and dissipate, followed immediately by other monsters going mad and taking their own lives. Such was the overwhelming wickedness and the power of these demons. Saisetsu, present. Hyobi, present. The 2 humanoid creatures appeared more Oni than demon, for they now stood upon Kyo's ground without so much as a single spell, an impossible feat. The great bounded field that surrounded Heian-Kyo was the creation of the legendary Onmyoji, Abe no Seimei. No manner of wicked creature should have been able to penetrate it. Even so. Cursed creatures, how dare you make your way directly through Lord Seimei's bounded field? Who are you? State where you are. Not another step further. We 8 generals are corpses and thus have nothing to discuss. We are only here to make our way to the demonic tree that stands at Suzaku Gate. None can stand in our way. Move aside, we may be corpses, but we are also invincible, ferocious blades. The demonic tree at Suzaku Gate. You know of it? Then you will go no further. We will cut off your heads where you stand. We just warned you about our power and ferocity. But then you humans never listen to you. You just start coming at us with your swords and start hacking away. Oh well. I guess I'm not in any position to criticize since I'm doing the same thing now. So Toda and Suzuka, their corpses are being used by demon generals. 1 head. 2, 3. What the? Is that sword floating in the air? Call for the warriors. We need their help. Get everyone stationed near Rashomon here. On the double. Suzuka Gate is now the gate of hell. Once we arrive at Naraka Mandala, this world will be no more. So I suppose killing you all here and now is just an act of mercy. How kind of you, Lady Hyobi. Don't be ridiculous. This is obviously like the opposite of mercy. And so, in the blink of an eye, every officer and warrior tasked with defending Rashomon was dead. This was nothing like the previous Oni's playtime. Blood, limbs, and heads scattered in all directions. Soon the only 2 left standing were the demons. It was a sight straight from hell itself. How did Doman get his hand on their corpses? Or rather, corrupt their spirit origins? Another no battle node. Lovely stuff. We have an emergency. Monsters have appeared on Suzuka Avenue. The officers and warriors there have been devastated. Yeah, I can see that evil-looking tree at Suzuka Gate there. All the way from here. Nor Lord Kentoki, it was not Suzuka Gate. 2 demons calling themselves Saisetsu and Hyobi appeared out of nowhere at Rashomon. After slaughtering every nearby officer and warrior, they began headed due north along Suzuka Avenue, directly toward the demonic tree at Suzuka Gate. So we have 2 monsters headed for the demonic tree. I recognize those names. Saisetsu and Hyobi are both Onmyoji deities. However, I have never heard of them being summoned with physical forms before. Do you know what's going on, Caster? No, I'm afraid not. Then what can you tell us about the demonic tree that's standing by Suzuka Gate now? Not much, I'm afraid. All I can say is that it possesses an enormous amount of magical energy. It's a tree of emptiness. Tree of emptiness. Come to think of it, you mentioned that before, didn't you, Soul? You said they were monsters that looked like giant trees that came down to Earth after the world beyond tomorrow became a pure white world of pure white, right? So if one of those things has grown here in the city now, it must mean... what does it mean? It means that Heian-Kyo is going to be transformed into an entirely different world. It also means that a tree of emptiness will take root in proper human history skies, which will bring our very future to an end. And for our soul there, it means his return destination will become even more distant. Oh, that's amazing. There's writing just floating around in the air. Who's doing that? How are you doing that? I didn't cast the spell, neither did nursery rhyme. It appears to be a kind of long-range communication spell, though it's very different from telepathy. I suspect it's woven through with a translation spell as well. Then perhaps it was cast by Lady Murasaki Shikibu. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I can even sense Kaoruko here. I apologize for the intrusion. I hope you don't mind that I let myself in. Genji, you really are good at sensing people. Indeed, they appear to be much better at it than my own maker sensors. My, Lady Kaoruko, I haven't seen you since we bumped into each other at Lord Michinaga's manor. And even then I saw you only briefly. Please, make yourself at home. Bring her some water and be quick about it.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Here you are. I shaved off some ice from the ice house to go with it. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Ah, I feel much better now. Thank you, everyone. I know very little about poetry, but I do adore your beautiful story. Though, unfortunately, it seems we won't have much time for pleasant chit-chat. No, I'm afraid not. I just came here from the palace as fast as my carriage would carry me, after I received a notice urging me to come here at once. And no sooner I had left than that tree had sprung up at the palace. It's okay, Kaoruko. You're safe now. Lots of warriors here in the Genji house. There's nothing to be afraid of here. Thank you. That was great, Kintoki. I'm so proud to see you know how to behave like a gentleman. Well done. Come on, knock it off, will you? Anyway, what do you mean by notice? You received a letter from someone. Does it have anything to do with the writing we just saw floating in the air? Yes, it does. In fact, the letter I received was from Lord Abe no Seme. Really? Hmm? Interesting. Isn't he dead? Abe no Seme, but I thought he wasn't in Heian-Kyo right now. Indeed, he isn't. Even now, Abe no Seme is somewhere far, far away. That is why I'm speaking to you in this manner. Some of you I've not seen in quite some time. Those of you I'm speaking to for the first time, allow me to say, it is a pleasure to meet you. I am Abe no Seme, the greatest Omiyoji of all time. Okay. So we're getting some long-distance help from the person who is better than Doman. That's good to have. Probably very good to have. Alright, section 3. Assassin and Seba. We could bring Raiko along here, but honestly, this is Kintoki's story. So we're going to keep with the Kintoki. And Assassin Saber. So it's not them because that would be a Saber Archer fight. I mean, I could just go with this party anyways. Yeah, this is Kintoki's story. I really should just be offering him as much support as I can. Let's go to our Mystic Code that needs leveling up, though. Let's just assist Kintoki. I overheard everything. Oh, and when I say everything, I do mean everything. With all of Heian-Kyo inside my bounded field, I know what takes place there better than I know how to clean my own houses. I hear every triviality that takes place on the east side, every event that happens on the west side, and every underhanded trick playing out in the palace. And of course, I know all about the conversations that took place in Lady Fujiwara no Kaoruko's house, including the ones between Lord Kintoki, Lady Danzo, Sol, and the people of Chaldea. Yeah, your middle name isn't Zeus, is it? Come now, I'm not that good. You're going to make me blush. Well, no, you won't, but even so. Zeus, what's that? In this case, I believe it refers to an enormous monitoring device. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, somebody definitely gives off that impression. No, I didn't. That was the first time. He always seems to know everything that's going on way before you could have heard about it. You just know he's got to be using a ton of Shikigami or what's it to watch and listen to all sorts of stuff. That was the first time, honestly speaking. He does give off that impression, yes. That he does. Oh my, I had no idea. Well, now it seems my stock is falling at a rather alarming rate. Stock? I mean the stalks you see out in the field. Yeah, you know a weird amount of modern expressions. Do I now? But certainly you and your fellow Chaldeans already know about my mystic eyes, capable of looking into the future, no? At any rate, that is not Kru's topic of discussion at the moment, so I suggest we move on. So he has a form of clairvoyance. Let's talk about what the great idiot, that is, Limbo, has been up to. Alright. As you've most likely already guessed, Limbo is indeed the one responsible for this pseudo-tree of emptiness that has taken root in the palace grounds. Pseudo, huh? I'm still not sure what it means, but that is definitely what Limbo called it. Regardless, Ashia Doman summoned that black tree of emptiness. Well, more accurately, while it pains me to say this, it was something of a collaborative operation between poor Ashia Doman and Limbo. It seems Limbo, who was summoned as a personification of the evil that dwells within Doman's body, whispered something wicked into Doman's ear, which led to his soul being swallowed up. Poor thing. Swallowed up. So then back when we saw him in the palace... Limbo had already swallowed up Doman's soul. Oh yes, but don't beat yourselves up for not realizing it. His evil nature was still hidden deep inside him at that time, so there was no heroic spirit presence you could have sensed. None of you did anything wrong, Limbo just happened to be one small step ahead. At any rate, he is certainly not hiding any longer. I believe that is due to your success in halting the Imperial Holy Grail War. Then the demonic tree was originally supposed to appear once the Imperial Holy Grail War had concluded. Essentially, he got tired of waiting. Originally, he planned to collect the souls of 7 heroic spirits so that he could link the Holy Grail to his tree of emptiness, almost immediately completing it. And that is Limbo's ultimate objective, to grow the tree to full maturity so that it may bloom. While I don't know whether it will also function as a wish granter once it reaches that point, with 7 heroic spirit souls powering it, I am quite sure that it will generate tremendous magical energy, enough to make the impossible possible. That being said, I'm afraid I still don't know exactly what it is Limbo wishes to do with that tree of emptiness, since he never got around to saying anything about that. Then the whole story about granting the winning master's wish was nothing more than bait. Lord Suna. I'm alright, Caster. Kentucky's lightning has already given me the jolt I needed to wake up. I'll never again mistake what I should cut down, and what I should protect. Limbo's wish is the only wish the wish granter. Limbo's wish is the only one wish the wish granter produced through the Imperial Holy Grail War will grant. That's a mouthful of a sentence. But now you have surprised him by surpassing his expectations, and he has grown impatient. That is why he has shown his hand, the pseudo tree of emptiness, and abruptly cancelled the Imperial Holy Grail War. Now he has begun summoning heroic spirits through different means. I have to say, I am surprised by how aggressive Limbo is being here. Doman was never so rash. So, Saisetsu and Kyobi are summoned spirits. Indeed. They call themselves by the names of 2 of the Hashi Shojin, the great Onmyodu general gods of all things. As much as it infuriates me, I'll put it aside for now, since we have more important things to discuss. As I just said, there are 8 Hashojin, and Limbo is calling himself by one of their names. So we should assume he will summon the other 7 separately. At the moment, 2 of them have materialized and are making their way from North Heian-Kyo's southern edge. Once they've crossed the Suzuka Gate and made their way into the palace grounds, they plan to sacrifice their own souls to the Pseudo Tree of Emptiness. And since the Pseudo Tree of Emptiness has already acquired souls of 4 heroic spirits from the Imperial Grail War, Limbo only needs 3 of those new heroic spirits to reach the tree for him to win. Got it. But what happens if we blow them away before they reach the tree? That would likely help to some degree if all they need to do is feed their souls when they kill themselves on materializing, they would have done so by now. So it seems safe to assume that their soul proximity to the Pseudo Tree of Emptiness is an important factor. However, given what happens in Shimosa, we should also assume that the Holy Grail War will collect souls automatically if they should die. Which means, defeat without killing. We cannot let these general gods cross the Suzuki Gate, and neither can we kill them. Is that it, Lord Seimei? So we gotta capture them without killing them, huh? Sounds like that's gonna be a tall order with these guys. That it will be. The Hashojin will certainly be very powerful heroic spirits. You're not likely to be able to stop them if you're holding back, but neither can you afford to shatter their spirit core and let that demonic tree consume their souls. So our only choice is to seal their souls away without letting them dissipate. Show them, Kaoruko. Yes, Lord Seimei. Are these Omyodu talismans? They've got so many pretty patterns on them. They're very cute. These are Taizen talismans. I thought something like this might happen, so I prepared 8 of them ahead of time. Once you shatter one of the Hashijin's spirit cores, all you need to do is slap these on one of them. Do that, and the Hashijin souls will remain in this world for a while, never reaching the Pseudo Tree of Emptiness. If you can then destroy the Holy Grail, that is the Pseudo Tree of Emptiness, before their souls can pass on, all will be well. Once the tree is gone, their souls will be released before they even have the chance to be used for something evil. Man, Abe no Seimei's got some prep time. Then our next course is clear. Suna, Kentucky. I'm ready. Hell yeah, I'm gonna go whenever. Now, We of the Siwa Genji must band together. Now the 4 heavenly kings, I must show you what we are truly capable of. Lady Media, nursery rhyme. We cannot afford to lose you, lest the enemy gain new souls in service to his goal. Lord Soul, Lady Danzo, you two are our esteemed guests and Kentoki's very first friends. So I would like to ask you to remain here, if that is all possible, would you? No, Lady Reiko, I promise I won't get in the way. If you're going up against heroic spirits, then I know I can be of help. I swear I will. I'm going to, Reiko. Monjumaru. After all, I came here to help my friend. I'm going too. This is my battle, after all. I see you're all intent on making me worry, but I suppose that is a mother's burden. You're also very brave, Suna. I feel as though the scales have fallen from my eyes as well. Very well then. I shall consider all of you Genji warriors from now on. Come, let us protect Kyo together. Genji, move out. Genji, move out. Detecting a large number of monsters around Suzuka Avenue. I believe they are kind of familiar, most likely Shikigami that Limbo himself is manipulating with talismans. Imperial officers and our fellow Genji warriors are doing their best to fight them off. The enemy appears to have the advantage. That said, these Shikigami are... Leader, thank goodness you're here. These things are Shikigami being controlled by an Omioju somewhere. We've been cutting them and burning them, but they refuse to die. It's almost as though they're undying corpses. Corpses of or Oni, it makes no difference. We fight until we make our way through them. Genji, advance. Hell yeah, Genji advance. Let's go, Soul. Genji advance indeed. Arrgh! That was a decently length chapter there. Decently length indeed. Alrighty. Morning Ghosts. Media gave us attack boost. 5 turns. Nice. Kentoki is the main one we need to worry about going down here, but that's obvious. Crush stomach. It'll be dinner time in a few hours. So maybe I can, next time I hit the end of the section, really quickly run and grab me some cookies. Yeah, I think that sounds like a plan. Oh, these guys are a little bit bigger threats. Dark Warriors. I see the talisman on there as well. Go for a brave. Nope, I clicked there. Thank you, game. I totally clicked on the first Dark Warrior. That's annoying. I know I pressed what I pressed. Yeah, push this one down. I can probably afford to be a little bit more generous with using potential NPs here. Kentoki will always have a 50% start, and with these two, I'll always have another 100%. And then Kentoki has his own 50% battery, so I can fire off 2 NPs with no issues. In fact, I can even burn my charge here and still have an NP ready to go. Go, Kentoki, go. Smash. Hey, Dixter, welcome to the stream. How have you been? So close. If I had done a Brave Chain, it probably would have been game, set, match there, but oh well. Yeah, game, set, match at the end. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Alrighty. You've stayed up all night finishing 5.5 and the free quests. Nice. I'm honestly feeling like I might complete it in the course of the next 2.5 hours. I'm feeling fairly confident. Fuma Missile. I'm having fun with it, too. I am definitely having fun with this. Kintoki is just awesome as a character goes. The enemy is instantly regenerating from its injuries. I think I'm on section 9 or something. I don't know how many sections there are, but I do feel like I'm approaching the end. That's what happened with the Sword Masters. Indeed, they have been made artificially immortal by keeping their spirit core separated from their bodies. Told that in Shimosa, Lady Musashi was only able to reach their spirit core thanks to her extraordinary technique in Lord Muramasa's peerless blades. Nope, I'd rather it be a surprise. But all we have are these 8 talismans Lord Sima gave us. How can we stop these creatures for good? Out of my way. The enemies have completely vanished. Ugh! 66 chapters, but less than 20? Gosh, 66 chapters, but still less than 20? That's a paradox. You guys are messing with me. There's 666 chapters, isn't there? Jeez, I guess these guys all have peerless swordsmanship. Onigashima. I've also cast spells on them to enhance their attack power. When paired with their natural combat capabilities, they should be capable to neutralize artificial immortality. Then again, seeing how they fight, they might have been fine without my spells. Get out of our way, we're coming through. We need to get those 2 Hashojin making their way up the road before they reach Suzuka Gate. Come on, Soul. No, boss. Oh, that was the elbow. Oh wow, they made it far. Yeah, I will go ahead and burn a silver apple. Kintoge. Still probably the same enemies as last time, so we'll just keep going. Even if Raiko probably would have been just as useful here because of AoEs, I very much prefer using Kintoki for this. It is his story, after all. He is the protagonist, at the very least, of this singularity. This pseudo-singularity, pseudo-Lostbelt mashup. Dun-dun-dun. I am enjoying it as well. I like how we are seeing other, like, not just the Genji servants, but we're also seeing the likes of Murasaki, Sai, Tamamo was here as well, which has been a surprise. You would say this is the worst Lostbelt of them all. Wow. Well, I know why you're saying it's the worst Lostbelt of them all. It's because of Raiko for you, isn't it, Mordred? Because she's got such a prevalent role? Or is there other reasons? These are a lot of Dark Warriors. Let's see here. As long as we maintain a 50% charge... So we could probably get away with a little something like this. You need to go back and read Olympus, but you would say this is your second or third favorite. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how I would rank the Lost List. I have to actually truly think of it. Limbo feels like a cartoon villain for you. You expected more of him. I mean, he certainly has a cartoony aspect to him. I'm still waiting to see, like, the full breadth of what he wants from all of this. You know? Like, why does he want to establish Naraka Mandala? Why does he wish for this pseudo-tree that he's to believe? I'm waiting until I get his motivations behind that to really make an overall decision. Overall, I don't like him, just in general. He is absolutely vile as a character. Like, the amount of manipulation strats that he has done, the way he's played games with so many people and spirits, you know, it's kind of disgusting. Kind of a little disgusting, honestly. Trying to think. Let's do this. I feel, does Castore's attack buff get boosted with overcharge? No. So we'll go do. Felt like up till now, someone planned his role in all the Lostbelts, and this one basically a writer took over and finished it. Really didn't really feel like him. I mean, 21. You pulled MP2. Yeah, I'm not even rolling on this banner, even though I kind of want Suna. Like, Suna's been a great character for me as well. I do like how he's sort of been developed over the course of this singularity. So Suna's pretty cool. I would roll for him if he wasn't on Doman's banner, but... So, again, I kind of need to see what Doman's overall goal in this is before I can fully, like, rate him on anything. I will say this, if his goal is truly scummy, then he may very well enter a he who shall not be named territory. But we'll wait and see. Vassals have all disappeared. That takes care of all the Shikigami Limbo presumably sent. I'm also detecting 2 extremely powerful magical energy signals ahead. Please, be careful everyone. These must be the new heroic spirits Lord Abe no Seme told us about. 2 of the Hashojin, Saisetsu and Hyobi. I just heard someone call our corpses names. And just when we were almost at Suzaku Gate. I see, so there are a few heroic spirits here. No, don't be like that. Take a closer look. Or just sense their spirits for yourselves. These people aren't like the ones we killed so easily. These are real warriors, like the kind you surely once knew. Seems we have no choice but to stop and deal with them. Flee for your lives, brave and powerful Heian warriors. None can stand in our way. My corpse's cursed name is Saisetsu Tawara Toda. I will be the death of all of you. My corpse's cursed name is Hyobu Suzuka Gozen. If death is what you want, I'll gladly kill all of you. So Suzuka and Toda. I really would like to know how he got his hands on their corpses. Really would like to know. But that is the end of Section 9 here, I do believe. Section 10 is a short one, but I will really quickly be back. I'm going to use this break between what will be Episode 9 and Episode 10 of this on YouTube to go and get myself something to munch on real quick. So I'll be right back.